process exam video, I'm going to remove my oil from my three-wheeler 1984 200M, and I'm going to convert it from regular oil to synthetic oil right here by this bolt. First, what I'm going to do is find myself a 22mm socket. We'll start that and we'll get to that later, but now we're going to do some preparation for my safety. I'm going to have latex gloves. For the environment, I'm going to have my oil pan so it can catch the oil once spilled underneath. Now that I have my latex gloves on, I have my stilt set up and my oil pan underneath the bolt, so when it catches it can fall right into it. I have also found my crescent wrench. We're gonna just slowly put it on this bolt and turn backwards. Now this will take some time. Our oil pan set up underneath the cap, our stilt, so it's on an angle. We're just going to slowly open it up. See if it's hand tight now. Yep, she's coming out with my hands. It's not coming out yet. The main reason why I have it on a stilt, oh, there it goes. The main reason why I have the bike on the stilt is because if I open it up, it might pour out too much, and it's easier to get to the bolt this way. So, just move that out a little bit so it's less out of our way. Now, when this opens, it's going to have a screen and a spring. Ooh, that's a dirty screen. That is one dirty screen. See all that dirt in the screen? That's my gasket fill. We're going to take that out in a short moment. So, this is our oil cap with the gasket kit running out. That is supposed to be filterized. Does not look as clean as this filter as you thought it would. We're going to take this and we're going to clean it off underneath a hose and then dry it out. We don't want any water in our engine nor old oil. You can see that the density of the oil, because it's so low, it indicates that the oil's been used a lot. Oil should not be this. Ugh. Nope. So as my oil was seeping through the pan, I cleaned this out. Looking a little bit better. Could look much better. But because this is a very old cap, I don't want to just deteriorate none of it. You can see that it's just heaving through. So I'm just going to tip the bike back and maybe pull it once or twice. Make sure she's blooded out of all the old oil. I tipped it back and now it's just pouring out. I'm gonna shake it a little bit. Bring the cap back. Ugh. You can see the viscosity of the oil is not that good. At the bottom of the oil, it's just getting gray. That's because the water in the engine. It's another reason why I need to change the oil. So, just let that seep out a little bit more. Then we'll kick the piston down a little bit and make sure that it bleeds it all out. Okay, so I've connected my battery to my bike, so when I start the engine, the piston is going to push all the oil down. I can't hold my phone and do it, I'll just keep it right here to show you. Yeah. So you can see it spit a little bit out while I was doing that. I had to use a battery to pump it out. Just gonna be cautious and make sure that nothing's touching ground. Keep my cap over it. I also put the bike on a big tilt. Just got to make sure that all the oil's out, so when you change the synthetic oil to the regular oil, it's not going to be mixed in. It's just starting to get a little drip off. We're soon going to end this part and add in the new oil. Now that it's just a little drip, we're going to take it down. That right there is the oil that we've just changed. You can see the viscosity, how quick it just runs off of here. Oil should not run like that. That's not good oil. That white right there, that's the mix between the water and the oil, changing the viscosity and the color. You can see it's making bubbles. Should not happen at all. To end it all, we're going to take this spring in this right here. We're going to put it back inside like now that we got our filter and our spring back in place. Sorry if it's hard to see. We have our filter and spring back in place here. We're going to take our cap and we're going to place it back in. Seal it off, and then we're going to put new oil in, synthetic oil. But I can't do that with just one hand, so I'll be back. Now we got our cap on. Gonna just tighten her up. She's in. For the last and final step, we're gonna take this dirty oil and put it in a proper area out of the way. So right now I'm just gonna put it right here by the four-wheeler. And we're gonna take, first actually we gotta take our stand off. We're gonna get our oil and we're gonna put her in here. Take this cap off. There we go. Ugh, look how dirty that oil was. We got our oil out, our filter in place, and we're just gonna sit back and let her pour in. I don't need gloves for this one because it's already in the bottle, just going in there. So start with the Royal Purple 10W40. This takes 1.5 liters, so we're just gonna let this bottle seep through. So we can get as much as we can in there. And with the Mobile Super. The difference of the oil and the color doesn't really matter, because they're both synthetic 10W30 to 40s. All oil with the same code works. For my bike I take 10W30 to 40. 30 to 40 is the thickness. 40 is thicker than 30. Usually for cars like this, you'd have 5W30. Now it's time to see how much we got in it. Looks like we have more than just 1.5 liters. It took both bottles out of me, so let's see how we're going. We're going to take this cap, put it in, take it out, and check the filler. Perfect. You can see it kind of just a little bit above average. Right there's the line coming out to right about there. But that's good. She's gonna burn that a little bit. So we have our oil change done. Now she's ready for the road.